Hey family, this is God Pleaser, and I'm here today to share with you another video. Today, y'all excuse the lighting. It was good. Now the sun's out. I got a late start, so bear with me. I've been gone for a while now doing the inspiration of videos, and let me tell you, the very reason that I'm here today is what my subject is about today. You can't get around nothing without God. And I wasn't trying to get away without God. I was working on my other channel and I had neglected God Pleaser, and nothing is working out. So I want to tell you today, if it's anything that God is telling you to do, you need to do that first and then the other thing. Because I was trying to work on my cooking channel, which is going to be called Simply Yoli. I haven't gotten it started yet. Or Simply Yolanda is what I'm going to name it. Simply Yolanda. I haven't put it together yet. I was working on a recipe, a cake recipe that I never tried. Well, I did try it once and it was a flop. I tried to do something else, did another video on my other channel, It's Me Yoli D. It was a flop. So I'm saying to you, which opened my eyes today, and I knew this, but I was just trying to get the videos out. Whatever you need to do, put God first. Put God first. Do what's most important first. Priority. God is first. He's first in everything. Nothing else is going to work without him. This is what we're talking about today. You got to put him first, because so many things go wrong. And the only way to avoid them is to do what he told you to do. If you woke up this morning and he told you to go down to Sally's house and take a few groceries with you, then that's what you need to do. You don't need to go into town and go shopping and then have a picnic and then come home and give them to Sally. Well, no, because Sally needed them this morning. Sally needed the groceries this morning. That's why he told you this morning. If he tell you to call somebody, call them then. Don't wait. It may be detrimental, y'all. You don't want anybody to die or something really bad happen that you could have prevented. God working through you, because you never know where somebody is mentally, especially with all this stuff going on in the world. We got to really focus on what God wants us to do, not what we want to do. You know, do what he tells you to do. Go where he tells you to go. That's another thing. Point number 2. First one, do what he tells you to do. Number 2, go where he tells you to go. A lot of times we just want to go, we're going to go shopping. And I use shopping all the time because I love it. Because we want to go shopping. We don't want to go to the Bob's house. Well, God said this morning, when you wake up, get yourself together, go on over to Bob's house. You don't know what's going on in Bob's house. You don't know. So you need to go on to Bob's house. Bob might need a ride. Bob may have fallen on the floor. We don't know. We just got to follow the voice of Christ and to be obedient and to do what he says. And listen, I can't sit here and tell you all what you need to be doing if I'm not doing it. This is the very reason why I'm sitting here, because everything was a flop that I tried to do. And I need to do this video. I need to work on my God Pleaser channel. I've been putting more work into It's Me Yoli D and not getting many views or anything. Not like I want to, not like I should, for all the work that you put into it. But that's not what this is about. It's not about the videos. It's about doing what God told us to do. Going where God tells us to go. Okay? We got to go where he tells us to go. Even though it looks scary, we still got to go. I was praying about this very thing this morning. God, Send me where you want me to go, Lord, but take the fear away. Take it away, because you didn't give us the spirit of fear. Take it away. I want to do your will, Lord. Whatever you want me to do with these hands, that's what I want to do. Just help me, Lord. Because looking around at all the stuff in the world, it's really easy to get fearful of the things that you hear people say, the things that you see people do, and how they don't care, how they don't have love for each other. They have a lot of hate and animosity and everything. Everything is going on in this world today. So yes, you can be easily, fear can be easily put inside of you. But with God, okay? And another thing, number 3, say what he wants you to say. That's what we got to do. We got to say it. We can't make up stuff. It's just like when you get up to speak or preach or whatever. You can't make up stuff. You got to say what God have you to say. Why? Because God already know who needs what. God already know that Beth Ann need a car. Susie Q, she need prayer because her child is sick. Bob need a job and he need prayer for that. You know, Ruth Ann is struggling with believing in God and having faith. You know, you never know. All of these names are old. I know that. That's all I could make up right now. I didn't want to say nothing off the wall, so I just use old common names. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Say what you're going to say to these people and let it come from the Lord. Not just something you think sound good. Not just something that you know about that person, but it's all about what God tell you to say, because it's when God tell you something and you say it, it's going to hit right on the head. It's going to hit right on the head. And then your eyes are going to be open. Their eyes are going to be open. Like, wow, look at God. But we got to be about our Father's business. Time is closing in on us. I want to be as obedient as I can be. I want to go and say whatever he want me to do, go and say. This is what we got to do, y'all. Be obedient. You know what? I was thinking as I was shopping yesterday, I was thinking like, you know what? When we have something to go into town to get, like if we need a new door, don't just go with the door in mind. Don't just focus on the door. Focus on what you can say to somebody, what you can do to somebody, where you can go, what store to go to. Focus, listen. Ask God to open your ears and listen to what he is saying. He will lead you in the right place. And you know what? A lot of times when you do that, you set out to help somebody else, that person turn around and be helping you. That person turns around and encourage you. You go to that place, you don't know who you're going to meet. God already knows. And then you run into somebody and what? Your prayer is answered. See, that's why we got to be obedient. Go where he tells us to go. Say what he tells us to say. Do what he tells us to do. That's all in it. Be obedient. When you say you love Christ, then you will do the things he say. He said, why call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things I say? So you got to do the things he say to do. It's written in the word. And then when you're going along and you're in a quiet place, even in a noisy place, you can still hear God, because God makes it happen. He is God. And if he tell you to go right, go right. If he tell you to go left, go left. If he tell you to take the long route, go there. If he tell you to take the short route today, go there. Just be obedient to what he is saying. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to be prosperous. And when I say that, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about prosperous in God. You are going to be blessed, because when you do the things that God say to do, he is happy with you. And I'm always wondering, is God satisfied with me? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. Is God satisfied with me? Is God satisfied with what I'm saying, what I'm doing, how I'm living, how I'm dressing, how I'm talking, how I'm speaking? Is he satisfied? That's what we gotta wonder. And that's what we gotta fix. If he is not, allow God to fix it in you. God, give me a clean heart. Renew my mind. Put the right spirit in me, God. I want to do the things you have me to do. I love helping people. But I can't, you know what? And if I had everything in my house, if I had to give it, I would give it, y'all, because I know that God is going to bless me with more. And it's not the things, it's the big old smile on somebody's face that makes me so happy. It just gives me so much joy to see somebody so excited about something that they've probably been wanting for a long time, that they've never had, you know, that something that they need, and they didn't know how it was going to come about. And there is God. But it takes us to be obedient to what God is saying, for us to be obedient to where he wants us to go, say, and do. We got to do those three things, y'all. And quit trying to add something into what God is saying and just straight up say it. If God tell you to tell them they need to be quiet sometimes and humble themselves, don't you be worried about they're going to be telling me, you need to be quiet because I don't talk too much. No, don't worry about that. Say it just the way God gave it to you to say. And it's always going to come in love, whether they accept it or not. But they're the ones that are going to reap the repercussions. They're the ones that are going to reap it if they don't be obedient to what God is saying. And so are you. If you don't do what God tell you to do, say what he tell you to say, go where he tell you to go, you're the one going to reap those bad consequences. And I'm going to tell you, they're rough. Nothing worked for me. I went down to the store to put money on a card. Didn't work. All this time it's been working. That's why I've been going all this time. Okay, this morning it's not working. It's constantly in my mind. You need to work on your God Pleaser channel. I know. I'm going to work on It's Me, Yoli D. And I'm not even being prosperous over there. But when you do what God say do, go where he tell you to go. Say what he tell you to say. That's when things start happening. I'm just so excited about this that I finally sat down to do this, because I've tried all kinds of ways to do videos to put inspirational music with it and just, you know, act it out, and, you know, different scenarios that we would do normally in our lives. And, you know, it just, I just got to be obedient to God, because if I do anything outside of what God is telling me to do and what I know to do that is right, it's not going to work. So I just wanted to share with you all today that little piece. I hope it helps somebody to be obedient. And let me tell you, when you start doing that, watch and see what God does for an obedient person. Watch and see what he does. It's not about the blessings, y'all, because God gonna bless. It's a blessing that we're alive. It's a blessing that he's given us a chance to even do what he say do. You know, so it's not about getting things with me. It's not about getting things. It's about me giving things, but it's not about me getting things, because I know my Father in heaven that has everything, and he's in control of all things. He's going to bless me for what I need and the desires of my heart. And this, what I'm doing right now, is my desire to do what God say do, to get the message out to somebody that need to hear a good word, to figure out why is things not working out for me. Well, maybe these 3 reasons is the reason why it's not working out for you. You can't leave God out of anything. You always got to put him in there. So again, I hope that you enjoyed this short video. I hope that you can come back on and drop a comment and let me know how things turned out for you. I'm not God. I'm not perfect. I'm following God just like you are. And I got to continue to follow God and continue to keep the faith. So drop a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Y'all, I need help, and it's really not all about, you know, getting numbers and views and stuff, but I would love them. It's about me getting the message out. That's what I want to do. Get the message out to people so that they can get the help that they need. And you wonder why is my prayer not being answered? Are you doing what God say do? You gotta do what he say do. And then one other thing, when you do pray for something and you are doing what God say do, and you wonder why your answer didn't come quickly, because it's in his timing. We can't rush him. We just have to wait. And he has the perfect time. Every prayer that you prayed. Now I want you to remember this. Be your best. Be you. And if you be you, you'll always be your best.